Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on the time and the hour you may be watching. I bring you a simple message from the Lord that is very much important, especially I want to majorly talk to the youths. Now, I want us to read the scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 8. It says, "But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity." Then verse 9, it says, "Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in thy days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thy heart, and in the sight of thy eyes. But know thou that for all these things God will bring thee into judgment." Now let me talk to us this briefly. It says, "Rejoice, O you young person, the days of," he says, cheer up. One of the two things he focused on, he says, do the things that your heart tells you to do. So Solomon in his old days is advising you to say, whatever thing your heart tells you to do, you are free to do it. Say, whatever thing your eye sees, you are free. Maybe you saw your friends living a life, doing some certain things, doing different kinds of things. Say, you are free to do whatever thing you saw, whatever thing that came into your heart. But remember, that is a way that seemeth right in the eyes of a man, but at the end of it is the way of death. But at the end of that verse 9, he made a statement. He says, "But the Lord will bring you," not those that compelled you to do those things, not those that you saw and you were doing those things. No, God will bring you that allowed what you see to decide your life into judgment. Now the question you will now ask yourself is, will I allow men or what I see or what enters into my heart to make me do things that at the end of it, the creator of my life will bring me into judgment? And at the end of the judging, we have a season called the time of darkness, when we shall not see light again. And that time of darkness is a season and a time of vanity. So one of the questions you must ask yourself is this: at the end of all those things, at the end of living those life as a youth, at the end of doing the things that my heart decide, my life decide, and the things I wish I feel like doing. Let me tell you one thing. As a young person, we are all young persons, but let me tell you, Jesus Christ says, "I will do this when there is still day, for night cometh." It was not talking about evening time. It was talking about when man has come into old age. Now, what if the Lord begins to bring the things you do, when the things you did when you are young, and begin to bring them into judgment when you are old? Let me ask you a question: will you be free, or will you be sentenced to death? Which of them? Because as long as the judgment is concerned, every judgment is done in the law court, and in that law court is either you are vindicated or you are condemned. That's the two things. But let me ask you one question: what you are doing now, what your eyes want you to do, what your heart wants you to do, will you be condemned or will you be justified? The decision is all about yours. And one of the best things that will ever help you live a good life and a better life is when you allow a man, just one man who has the ability to vindicate us even in our wrongdoings. That man is Jesus. So if you allow that man, Jesus, come into your life, not minding what your friends are saying, not minding anything, your life will be far more better than nothing. I bring you this good news: Jesus still loves you. Thank you so much. My name is Evangelist Moses Chinagorom Emmanuel, the lead pastor of Living Resource Embassy, Anambra State. God bless you. See you next time. You're welcome.